Mental culture. You have a mental instrument with many possibilities, faculties, but they are latent and need a special education, a special training, so that they can express the light. It is certain that in ordinary life, the brain is the seat of the outer expression of the mental consciousness. Well, if this brain is not developed, if it is crude, there are innumerable things which cannot be expressed because they do not have the instrument required to express themselves. It would be like a musical instrument with most of its notes missing, and that produces a rough approximation, but not something precise. Mental culture, intellectual education changes the constitution of your brain, enlarges it considerably, and as a result, the expression becomes more complete and more precise. It is not necessary if you want to escape from life and go into inexpressible heights, but it is indispensable if you want to express your experience in outer life. Mother, you said that if one develops these faculties of analysis, deduction and all that too much, they become obstacles to spiritual experiences, no? If they are not controlled, mastered, yes. But not necessarily. Not necessarily. It might make the control a little more difficult, for naturally it is more difficult to master an individualized being than a crude one. With a completer individualization, the ego becomes more crystallized and also self-satisfied, doesn't it? But granting that this difficulty has been overcome, well, in a highly developed individuality, the result is infinitely superior to the one obtained in a crude and uneducated nature. I am not saying that the process of transformation, or rather of consecration, is not more difficult, but once it is achieved, the result is far superior. This may very well be compared with musical instruments, one of which has a certain number of notes and the other 10 times as many. Well, it is perhaps easier to play an instrument of 4 or 5 notes, but the music that could be played on a complete keyboard is obviously far superior. One could even compare this to an orchestra, much more than to a simple instrument. A human being, a fully developed human individuality, is very much like one of those stupendous orchestras which has hundreds and hundreds of players. It is obviously very difficult to control and conduct them, but the result can be marvelous.